Hello and welcome to Phoenix Wright Attorney Dual Destinies, the second game in a trilogy all about Captain Shithead and his half-sister Houdini clone. As I'm sure you're aware, we finished Apollo Justice last week and it was absolutely awful. The worst video game I've ever played in my life. It completely spit all over the original trilogy, its internal story was garbage, and its characters were all completely unlikable pricks. I wanted to write out the rest of the series right there and forget that it ever existed. However, I said I would play through these games. I was assured in the comments that it does in fact get better than this, so I'm going to stick to my promise. Besides, this is a new game, new story, fresh new start. I will be going into it with a completely open mind and hoping that this will be better than the absolute dumpster fire we just played through, because logically speaking, it can't possibly be worse. Surely it's actually impossible for this to be of lesser quality than the single worst video game I've ever played, right? Well, I guess we'll find out in due time. For now, let's just tap the screen to get started. Also, something I should probably point out is that while I bought all the episodes, because for this game you have to buy all the episodes individually, I also bought the costume packs. It was like, I think it was like 99 cents. Something was like, okay, if it's that inexpensive, then sure, I'll just get that. Apparently, Phoenix has a new suit. It looks terrible, so thank God this is an option. We're giving Apollo new clothes so that he looks somewhat interesting. I don't know who the hell this is, so we're just gonna keep you in your default clothing. And aside from that, let's just get started. Episode select. Let's start the first case of the game, Turnabout Countdown. Let's do it. Yes, start from the beginning.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
You hired the moon.
Done. Ready to go? You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
Nope, she's dead. It's been 1 minute and she's already dead.
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Okay, what the f***? Wow, they actually summoned the moon. Okay. that was a funny joke when I said it before, but now that's the thing. Okay. Oh boy, this, So, oh, we're still going with the cutscene, huh? Can I skip this text, or?
The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy, without discretion. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl.
Okay, I have some questions. So, this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid that what was gonna happen is that because now I know for sure that the backlash from Apollo Justice must have been horrendous, because also what's this? Oh, that's actually, you know what? That's actually nice. A text log. We haven't had this before. That's actually a really nice touch. Because there's been instances in which I accidentally hit the skip button and I didn't get to see what was said. So that's actually a nice touch. I appreciate that. But I was afraid that they were gonna be like, oh crap, literally nobody actually thought Apollo Justice was a good game. What do we do? So then they just like snapped their fingers and reversed everything, because okay, look, I know what I said at the end of the last game. I know I said that what they did in Apollo Justice to Phoenix's character was bullshit, and it is. Don't worry, it's still stupid what they did. But here's the problem. What was the point of that entire game if they were going to reinstate Phoenix anyway? It's like, you have to pick a line and stick to it. You have to commit to your own narrative. If you want to go down a post-Phoenix route where Apollo is the star, you can do that. You have to put in the legwork to develop a brand new protagonist and establish a logical reason why the original main character has been disbarred, which the last game spectacularly failed to do, but it could have been done well. On the other hand, if you wanted to continue Phoenix's adventure, you could also do that, but you also just have to be very careful about redundant character development. But what they've done here, from what I can tell, is just retcon that part of Phoenix's life. It's the same problem from Apollo Justice in reverse. Because in that game, they established a new Phoenix. Didn't show the development they needed to in order to get the new Phoenix, but they established him. Presumably, they would work with that character for the rest of the trilogy. You know, maybe explore the life of a disbarred attorney, make him take the role of a mentor to Apollo like Lightning McQueen from Cars 3. Or hell, within this franchise, it could have brought his character arc full circle and to become a mentor to, like Mia Fey was to him. There are many things that you can do with that character, but even though they chose approximately none of them for the last game, but point aside, the possibilities for this game were endless. But, bam, I've snapped my fingers and all of a sudden he's exactly the same as he was in the original trilogy. I don't know. That's, like, an instant snap back to what he was in the original trilogy is almost worse. And I know that sounds hypocritical. It's like, well, last time you were complaining that he was too different, and yeah, he is. But the problem isn't necessarily the end result, right? Like I said, Hobo Phoenix Wright could have been the end result of whatever development they wanted to show us. But the problem there is the fact they didn't show any of it. It's just you go from Trials and Tribulations to Professor Layton to Apollo Justice. It's just like complete 180s to his personality, and then they do that same 180 again to get back to where he was with no development required. It's just okay, let's keep going.
Nope, not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie.
Who asked? Who in their right mind asked for you to come back for this game? Please explain. Also, why do you have an eye patch over your eye? Also, one more question. I'm pretty sure I set your costume to be the old school style and street clothes. Where's your costume? Yeah, it's doing great. Like, hum a little tune great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Ugh, I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell ya. This is Apollo Justice. Oh, trust me, we know who Captain Shithead is. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense in this case. Oh, you guys are screwed in that case. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Junie. Speaking of Steel, how are you holding up? Explosion really did a number on you. He was in there during the explosion? How was he still alive? Yeah. Hi, I was in a literal room with a bomb going off, and I'm just f***ing fine. No, you know, no explanation required. And also, why didn't you run? Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared, and I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie's completely cleared of all suspicion. Oh.
Thank you for doing this for me.
Junie. What the what was that? That sounded like you were stuttering, like... Hey, are you okay?
Sorry about that. I always seem to go into confidence whenever I get nervous.
Oh, good God. This is gonna be more annoying than Callisto U.
This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though.
This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. She's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber, but that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that.
I brought you a little snack, Thena. I just love something from my garden.
Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine?
It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance.
Oh, I get it. Strength of the trial, right? Junie, you were always so good to me. Jeez, look at me, standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. Well, he's so powerful in there, they won't know what hit him, right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. So long as you don't do anything, we'll be fine. Come what may, this is one trial. Something, something, something. And he's dead. Apollo. No one cares. He can stay on there. That's fine. No one cares. Especially not those two cops over there. They don't care at all. Apollo. Ah. Yeah. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Huh?
The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom.
What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with us. I'm guessing Phoenix is gonna come bursting through the doors to save the day. Just a guess, though. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff?
Yes, miss?
The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Thena! You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second, think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case all on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over?
Sure. I believe in you, Thena. That's enough for me.
You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just might burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now, so you just have to leave it to me. Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that I can't be here, but I know that you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. Alright, so... My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though, but I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. Okay. They just introduced Apollo, and now they're introducing another major character in the second game. It's like they know nobody likes him, but they couldn't hit the undo button or the delete button, so instead of just shoving him in a trash can and forgetting about him, they just made another one, hoping that they get it right this time. Also, I haven't really pointed it out by now, but this game is apparently much more 3D, and it does not look good. Wow. Court is not scheduled for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, you look worse every time I see you.
The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today.
Yes, well, to the explosion at the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. He should also probably be dead, but you know.
I see. Not at all surprised he used their excuses to run away.
Hey, I was literally in a bombing, but I can't stand in court.
Oh yeah, it's just a silly excuse you got going on there. With me as an adversary who didn't want to fade us in order to escape.
Shut up. You just stop talking. You sound so much worse every time you open your goddamn mouth. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. This arrogant jerk. What? Widget from Wow Wow Wubsy?
No, Widget.
Is my hearing getting worse? I guess when I heard the defense say something just now.
No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me.
How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something.
Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking.
What?
Yeah.
You guys told me this was gonna get better, not worse.
Well then, if that's the case, it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated.
A contradiction?
You stated you said nothing. However, that device of yours says what you're thinking. Then you indeed said I was it? What was it? Elegance at work?
It was arrogant jerk.
At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me?
How about a blue monkey instead?
The fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness.
Mr. Perry, I believe that's enough. You've lost to at least 3 different rookies at this point. Well, let's get back to the case.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they're calling the rookie humiliated.
Yeah, because you get humiliated every time you face off against a rookie.
I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk.
And I don't know how. I don't know how you can be this deluded to lose every single case you... Like, how have they not fired him yet? How do you lose every single case that you go up against? That you freaking... how do you lose every case that you're assigned to and still keep your job? How does that happen? Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court.
I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction.
But that's a knee-jerk reaction. Still, this is the final frontier. Everything is so clear.
At the time the trial for student bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense.
Upon us being presented as evidence, suddenly went out during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. As a few seconds more, it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was, in fact, one death, was there not?
That's correct, Your Honor. The courtroom number 4 was the aftermath of the blast. The body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered.
Can disarm. As in, she can disarm people.
She was taken to stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times with myself before I was able to escape.
Maybe the court should see to getting you even shorter robes.
The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I expect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb.
Armed autopsy report. Cause of death, trauma to the back of head caused by impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. Stuffed animal bomb. Time bomb that destroyed the courtroom was hidden inside the stuffed animal and was detonated. Okay, interesting. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed with the court record, and when I want to check something, I just tap the court record panel on the upper right. I better take a peek later.
Well then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling alright? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm alright. Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same.
If we can please proceed, you're no occupation dependent.
Juniper Words, I'm a high school student.
Ms. Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question?
Yes, I came to know apologists through my friend Thena, and so I was there yesterday to watch this trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared.
Did you know I'm also the defendant humiliator?
Oh, no! No, I think you should reverse those things because you get humiliated every single time. I hate you so much. You're just terrible.
Looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker.
Oh, I would love to see it. This arrogance know no bounds. I had to protect Junie no matter what.
Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne.
What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as a accumulator and stuff?
Shut up! Shut up! Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when she was still on the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the Lotus you gave him too.
He was. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. They say they can help you see into the future.
They can? That's a perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them.
A sweet, meek little girl like this, blowing according to must say it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
Oh, what the f was that? What happened to that?
Objection!
That perfectly suited his character. What happened to that?
No, Your Honor, don't let her simulate its appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive in committing the crime.
Oh, did she now?
That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. I didn't even know the lady was killed.
I mean, the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter.
Wait, what? What?
The only thing their objective was the destruction of Court No. 4 itself.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, is this gonna be her gimmick that the little stupid widget on her chest, or her widget necklace, is the thing that, displays her emotions? Like, okay. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world Miss Woods want to do that?
Very good question coming from now since you're so...
Oh my gosh, shut up! Shut up! Your arrogance is on par with Phoenix's from 7 years ago.
What was the question about the defendant? Have you ever been brought up on false charges?
What? Yes, I have.
And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Now wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers.
That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
I can see this accused is the only one who may have represented against the courts. But Mr. Woods is the only person who could have committed the crime.
And I can't wait for you to tell me why.
Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence to his defense guilt.
Oh, did you now? Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it.
It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question?
Huh? Me?
I know she appeared to be very nervous, and well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence in such an easy question.
Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man.
L is for loser. What did you just say?
Nothing, not a single thing. Why don't you just leave the widget outside the courtroom if it's gonna be a problem? Now let's see, what was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know, the court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record.
Alright, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up in the courthouse?
It was inside a stuffed animal. In the judge's pocket. Miss Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior.
Very good, have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the side of the corner was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal.
There.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connections does this impish element have with the defendant?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence which I have here.
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of that explosion.
This is incredible! Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale?
Your Honor, it's still very close, but no, it belongs to the stuffed animal. It's called a phony fancy, a rather unpleasant name if you ask me.
He's the mascot for our campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly, his motto is phony evidence is just trunked up.
That's so wrong, and that's so wrong on so many levels.
The phony fanny's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on its surface, the defendant's fingerprints.
What?
The phony fanny provided with the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It claimed it was the accused handled the bomb.
No. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it?
That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Phony fancy tail, a piece of the stuffed animal the bomb was inserted into, the defendant's fingerprints were found on it. You have an explanation for this?
I don't understand.
How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this piece of evidence?
Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I better come up with something for Junie's sake.
If you can't produce an answer, you can always just go straight to the ruling if you prefer.
No, I have to say something fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now that you can't get your voice to work? Sorry everybody, my voice box just broke. Oh, how inconvenient. What?
I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court.
Also, these cutscenes...
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Guess who it is?
Why, it's you.
Yep. Mr. Phoenix Wright in a terrible costume. Where's the costume I gave you? There it is. Okay, good. Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in this place.
Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real tough time on my own.
Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around.
You got it, boss.
See, that's the thing. This is the Phoenix that should have been in the last game. This is the Phoenix that we know. This is the one from Trials and Tribulations. And yes, it's good that he's back. It's good that they fixed his character. But you can't just Thanos snap your fingers and then all of a sudden he's back the way he was. That's not how character development works. Mixed feelings is what because on the one hand it's like, yes, they did a good thing and they brought this character back to the way it was. On the other end of the spectrum, it's, oh wait, but there was no development to get there, and now it's in a tug of war. It's like, this is good, but they didn't show how to get there. Good. No path. Good. No explanation. Good. Good. Da, 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 and it's just a constant tug of war. Anyway. Oh, look who showed up out of the blue. Get it, because he's wearing blue.
If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me.
Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling, but I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert that it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made.
You're absolutely right. Let's continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time.
Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself.
Because of yesterday?
Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her.
Poor thing, and here she is back at the courthouse again being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby.
Given the defense condition? Very well, I grant special permission.
You get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this.
Phoenix Wright, I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Meeting me? It's been a while, Mr. Payne.
You more close than I heard. I do believe you mean how do you do?
Is your memory that pathetic?
For I am gasping pain.
So, okay, number one, we went from wincing in pain to gasping in pain. Okay, number two, please, oh, please tell me that means that Winston Payne got fired. Please, that would make me so happy. You have no idea how happy that would make me. Please tell me he got canned or sent somewhere, please. Please.
I am angry by the long-standing.
Oh, I would not call him my rival. I'd call him just an annoyance. Like a little mosquito on my shoulder I just can't flick away. Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing?
See, Mr. Wright, I'll clean Winston of this crazy memory on your hands.
Was he fired? Please tell me he was fired. Please tell me he was just canned. Please, that would make me so happy. That'd make me so happy if I found that he was canned. You know what? No, I'm looking it up right now. I don't care if it's a spoiler. Was Winston Payne fired? I have to know. Winston Payne. I have to know. You have no idea how much I want to know. the Wikipedia page for him is just lost to a rookie, lost to another rookie, another loss to Wright, foiled again, false victory. It's just a cavalcade of all the reasons why yet another rookie, a cavalcade of all the reasons why he sucks. I can't find anything about it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna. In my version of events, Winston Payne was canned and disbarred and disbarred, never to be a lawyer again. That's my version of events that took place.
The witness will testify.
His voice is still the same though.
The witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom.
Because they both serve the same role. Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Oh, look, the guy who did the bombing.
What is your name and occupation, please?
Witness?
Name, Ted Donut. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist.
Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have.
Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking.
He sounds exactly like a robot.
Can you speak in a normal manner?
I can,
He can.
but I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking, typing. Understand?
What an odd witness.
Was there someone who was in charge of the bomb for the trial and was there when it went off?
Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the defendant?
Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I only know a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim.
Shocked?
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
So he was the first to discover the body, was he?
He's here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion.
Very well. The court will hear Mr. Turner's testimony, but at the very least, show the court some respect and remove that face guard, witness. Witness testimony. Okay, the 3D is, like, it's pulling me in two different directions. Because the camera angles and, like, the wide shots, those are all impressive. But, like, look at how rough everything looks around the edges. It looks really unpolished. Like, the actual, like, it looks, I can't even call it low poly, it just looks poorly rendered.
The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw the bomb's timer was counting down. How do you see inside a bomb how do you see a timer on a bomb that's inside a stuffed animal exactly? Riddle me that, Batman. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. Connect wire, switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright.
I guess this makes you the blue monkey in the barrel of fun, boss.
Ahem. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination, huh? What? Mr. Tonit, what is that?
HH3000, aka a bomb.
A bomb? Great googly moogly. Yeah! Mr. Tonit, I demand you disarm at this instant. Disarm the bomb, not disassemble the bomb.
513 seconds, 0.2 seconds short of my personal best.
Oh, you're trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know.
This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure.
An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like.
I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions 10 by 10 by 10. Weight 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Here.
Your bomb must appear to be a very good copy indeed.
Yes, however, I cannot replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I cannot replicate it.
Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. HH3000 bomb located in the court record. And now, if the defense will begin the cross-examination. Where has Miss Sykes gone to? Athena, you can come out now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work.
I guess you were pretty scared, huh?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
She was about to bolt.
Hey, put a sock in it, widget.
Can't you just take that thing off? Like, how was that even? Sigh, as transparent as ever.
Now, let's see. Where were we?
We were at the cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination, of course.
She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine. No, she will be perfectly fine. We know how to cross-examine. Not the need for that right now. She'll be fine.
I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flow it too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Tap the consult panel when it appears to consult with me. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is.
Consult? There's a consult button? There's a consult button. There's a consult button. Okay. That's a, Ooh, wow. Oh, boy. That's a thing. That's a thing. Okay, so, I'm guessing, it's not there right now, so I'm guessing what it is that's a thing, like, what's it? in Super Mario Galaxy, if you die too many times on the level, the spirit of Rosalina shows up. Or in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, if you die too many times, then the Luigi block will show up like, like, hey, I can help you out. Anyway, I don't need to consult anybody here, because, how exactly did you see the bomb's timer when it was inside a freaking stuffed animal?
Objection!
Also, not a fan of Phoenix's new objection. I don't know why, of all the things to change, I don't know why they picked the objection sound effects. So you say that you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right?
Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0.
And I say that you are clearly lying.
What are you talking about?
There was no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonin, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer?
Ah, what? No.
That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this?
Well,
Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat.
Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret, whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out.
And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss?
Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonit?
well, let me see. No, there must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. The sound, I knew because of the sound.
Sound? What sound?
When the timer of the type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down.
A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even when the bomb is inside a stuffed animal.
I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery?
Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it.
I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft and that far away. What now?
Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know.
Now he's just showing off.
You keep staring at the sound, stupid tiny here, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being suspicious is not an attractive quality, you know.
And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, aren't you?
Oh, perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tony did not hear the sound.
Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something.
If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Mr. Woods.
Assembly, Your Honor, Mr. Tony happened to be there when it happened. He was anywhere the defendant rearmed the bomb.
What's this now?
It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in the lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch.
The remote switch?
Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh, it has been missing ever since the incident.
Missing remote switch added to the court record. A switch that starts the time bomb's countdown. It was stolen just before the blast and is now missing.
I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case.
And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer.
The defendant used the remote.
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
The bomb safe is secure in the transport case. The only time I was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it.
Someone other than Mr. Tona could have opened the case and taken the bomb out.
Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case.
Bomb transport case added to the court record. The case Tona and Detective Bomb transport the bomb and Tona has the key. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture.
I was telling you have no proof that it wasn't her, but what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb.
Ah, that tail.
5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 seconds. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes.
Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have our fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage.
It appears that we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more.
I heartily agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
I trust you have no objection, Mr. Wright?
I'm worried about our condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry, I know we need a testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. I guess she's already at angle level 1. Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
In that case, I will take my leave. Before I do, there was just one more thing, Mr. Wright, is it?
Me? Yes?
Dismantling Bob's is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
Don't taunt the guy who has figured out the most impossible cases before. That's not a very smart idea.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring me back to the defendant.
Junie. Hi, Athena.
She looks even worse off than before.
Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Athena. I'll do my best, too.
You left the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct?
No, of course not.
What's that you say? I can barely hear you.
I haven't done anything wrong. The prosecutor's scary.
Just wait till we see whoever the real prosecutor is going to be for this game.
What impudent little girl, stop acting innocent and tell the truth.
This is getting ugly.
You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse, admit it. That's why you went to the lobby when justice was, isn't that right?
Mr. Wright, can I go get the prosecutor?
What the hell? What is that face? Oh my god! That's the last thing you see before you get killed. What the hell? What? Of course not. Do we have to review Court of Maintenance 101 again?
We can't let that creep that bullies innocent girls like this get off so easily.
I haven't forgotten about how we treated you.
Don't worry about me, just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared, so very scared.
It's like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. And it sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart.
Don't deny it, you still learned what switch used in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant.
Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman.
Ah, but don't you know, Mr. Your Honor, there's no more gentleman in the world like
Oh, that's a funny joke right there.
Last time a gentleman, or even a gentleman, would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena.
How dare you call every gentleman such a rude ruffian? Have you know I attend a marriage class every Saturday?
Yeah, I wonder why you gotta do that, and you're probably failing it.
I'm just more than a male gentleman, I'm a genteel man.
Oh, for God's sake. Not me terrorizing a young lady or not, I'll demand my money back for that maniac class if I were you.
Ah.
I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but...
Mr. Payne, that will be enough.
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Mr. Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off.
Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. This rebel started falling and fell on top of me.
That's it? That's the whole thing?
Junie's clearly in pain, being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out.
This isn't going to work, so now what? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. What? Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. Oh no. Oh no. Game, you had a good thing going here. This is actually going so well. Don't ruin it. Tell me she has the f***ing perceived gimmick too. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart.
Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared, I think she could collapse at any second.
Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. It's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied, and listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart.
Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, it's the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Let's do this.
What? So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling? How? What? How? What?
In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images I picked up on just now listening to her testimony, I can enter all that into a widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them.
The mood matrix?
These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happier and is enjoying the memory, the happy...
Are you going to f***ing explain to me what emotions are?
The green one means she's happy. The red one means she's angry. The blue one means she's sad. And the yellow one means she's shocked. or afraid. And those are all the emotions you can choose from.
It's like I'm in kindergarten. I'm sorry. I'm not letting you explain to me how emotions work. That's not happening. That's not happening today, buddy. Okay, what? So with your special ability in Witness Moon Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology, more like the impossibilities of it.
Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise is like in the Moon Matrix. It's a result of inconsistency between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop.
Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony. What? Well,
that day, I was watching from the gallery. Bomb went off.
Complication. She was surprised when the bomb went off.
And rubble started falling.
She was surprised when rubble started falling on her.
It fell on top of me.
And you were happy about that? No? No?
I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now.
This power of Athena's is incredible.
I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony.
What? Already?
Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting.
Well, look at that. That is odd.
There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, tap the unexpected emotion from the 4 moon markers.
Okay, what's the unexpected emotion? Happiness. Is anybody gonna have a hard time with that? Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for that unexpected emotion. Miss Woods.
What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going down this point. I bet Junie will start to calm down.
Great, let's see what she has to say.
Just I was about to escape the courtroom when the bomb went off. I was so startled I tripped. And then rubble started falling on top of me. I thought I was done for. But just then, Apollo came in and rescued me.
Apollo?
He used somebody to shield me from the rubble.
So that's when he sustained those injuries. As if Apollo would ever do something like that.
How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm.
Oh no.
Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis.
And see? Your coughing stopped all of a sudden.
Oh, you're right. Thank you, Fina.
Okay, the noise level's at 50%. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony.
Yeah, pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must still be some discord in Junie's heart.
Let's have to keep going then.
Let me put the new information and update the moon matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right?
When I find an unexpected emotion, I should touch pinpoint.
That's right. And when you tap the unexpected emotion from the moon markers, if we can find the reason for the discord in her heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony.
Info update.
I tried to run, but I was too slow. But before I could get away, the bomb went off. I was so startled, tripped, and rubble started falling on me. I thought I was done for.
Ooh, info update.
And Apollo came and rescued me.
What? Now you're sad? You're sad that Apollo came to rescue you. You were happy when it was just you rescued you, weren't you?
Yes, I was really happy.
But was there also something that you felt sad about at the time?
Sad?
The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too.
Oh, I think it's probably because of a bum rap Rinny.
Bum rap Rainy? What do you know? Something new.
That's right, I brought my stuffed animal bum rap Rinny, but wants to try with me. I'm writing a phony fan of your brothers.
Okay, calling it now. Calling it now. Gonna prediction. If they're brothers, then they. What do you say the odds are that they have the same tail? And her fingerprints were on, and this was attacked, so her fingerprints would be on the tail from her stuffed animal, and then the tails were swapped to implicate her. Calling it right now. Who knows the legal world can inspire a whole line of merchandise? Have you heard of the Blue Badger recently?
I heard Bum Rap Rinny with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. Poor Riney, I victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. It's your lipstick in this poster.
Yup, he has the same tail.
It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges.
Phony Fanny and Bum Rap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros?
Mr. Wright, I don't see any discord in Junie's heart anymore.
Well, that's nice. So I guess that means we managed to draw all over testimony.
That's right, I'll just make an update with the new info and then we'll have the whole picture. So do you think her new testimony will help?
Absolutely, I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So bum rapper Wright was in the courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of the other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. Watching the gallery was too slow. Okay, well, that explains why your fingerprints were on this tail.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent.
Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? Or assertion?
My wild assertion is simply this: the two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail of the defendant's fingerprints were found on, wasn't that a phony panty? It was the tail of her gallery companion, bum rap writing.
What? What nonsense is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino, they're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor.
But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors tried to protect this piece through law.
Even elephants and rhinos have similar characteristics. They're both great, for example.
Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. And I may direct the court's attention here. You can clearly see how the two got mixed up. To the tail, right here.
Take that!
Whoa! Would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals, but the design of the tail is exactly the same.
Ah!
These camera shots are really cool, but the actual art is so rough around the edges.
Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Wright, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne?
Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor.
Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long.
I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, let's reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
That's new. You don't usually it's all happens in one, the first case all happens in one day.
That was so exciting, boss. We did it. Shoot a form you managed to just barely pull off at the very last moment.
Shoot a form? Gee, never knew.
Thank you for everything you're doing.
You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out.
And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you're the one who gave me that courage, Tina. Really? Thanks. So to be honest, was I any help at all?
Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot.
That's good to hear. And we still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner.
That's what I like to hear. Remember, Maya doesn't exist anymore. The writers completely forgot about her. She did her thing, trials and tribulations, she completed her character arc. Boom. She's done. No more. The writers just forgot about her. Completely forgot she existed. Analytical psychology, the ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now.
Hey, where's Apollo anyway?
Good question. I almost forgot about him. Yeah, he's that forgettable of a character. I assume he'd still be here in the lobby.
Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in corner number 4.
Corner number 4? What would he be doing in the scene of explosion? Staring up at the moon, most likely.
When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom and was trying to escape before the blast. And then, Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh. Baseball can be pretty nice when he wants to be.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back in the courtroom number 5?
Yes, I had some time to rest, so I was able to go looking for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying here, though.
Well, his injuries, I wonder how he's managing.
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence?
Anyway, we better go get him.
Good idea.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Ha! He's dead. I will give this game so many. If they have the balls to kill off Apollo in the first case, I will give this game so many goddamn points, it's not even funny. And, like, it's not like I want him to die, right? Like, he's an annoying little shit, surely. But I don't want him to die, right? Like, I'm not that horrible. Simultaneously, though, if it just happened that we didn't have to deal with Apollo for the rest of the game, wouldn't be that bad. But even aside from that, just from a story perspective, if they have the balls to kill off Apollo in the first case after having his own game, that's a gutsy move. That is a gutsy writing decision, and I cannot wait to see how this is. You know what? Okay, so we have two. Like, this is the exact definition of mixed feelings, because on the one hand, we have a really excellent story so far, pretty excellent character work, and cool new camera angles. We also have the fact that Apollo may or may not be dead. On the other hand, we have a really rough transition from 2D to 3D. We have new objection sounds, which don't really seem all that they're just worse. And the mood matrix. So the mood matrix is a cool idea, but it's so easy. And I get it, it's the first case, right? But I can't imagine it getting hard, right? Because it's just like, you say a thing that it obviously indicates an emotion. One of these emotions doesn't fit. Which one is it? I don't know. It's just, I cannot imagine it getting any more difficult than that. But so far this is pretty good. I mean, leagues better than Apollo Justice, certainly. But it's not a very high bar. But still, leagues better, and it's very, very impressive so far. Still flaws, certainly. It's not perfect. It's definitely flawed, like I said. But it's a steady road to improvement. So that'll leave this episode. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one to catch you all tomorrow for some more Phoenix Wright Attorney Dual Destinies. Goodbye.